One thing that puzzles many Alabama consumers who have gone through a foreclosure is not only did the foreclosure happen, not only did they get a letter the next day from the foreclosure law firm saying you must leave, but then normally that same day or perhaps the second day after foreclosure, if they're not home, they will come home and they find a note or a letter taped to the door. And there'll be a little business card attached from a real estate agent. Or if they happen to be home, the real estate agent will knock on their door and will usually be very nice, very polite, very sympathetic, but say, look, I'm sorry your house has been foreclosed. I've been hired by the mortgage company to negotiate you leaving because you have to leave. By law, you must leave within 10 days. But I tell you what, I'll try and help you and get you a little more time. Maybe even get you $500, $1,000. And so what's confusing is, why is this real estate agent showing up at my door? Well, the reason is that real estate agent has been hired by the mortgage company that foreclosed. Because 9 times out of 10, the mortgage company that forecloses is the one that buys the property at the foreclosure sale. And so they are the ones that are requesting and demanding that you leave. And where this becomes a little troubling is sometimes these agents are so persuasive and they convince people that, first of all, they're on their side. Second of all, that there's no option. You must leave your home. And that simply is not true. We've covered this in other videos. We also deal with this in our books on stopping wrongful foreclosures in Alabama and the 5 common mistakes we see Alabama consumers made when they are sued for ejectment. If the foreclosure was wrong, if it was improper, then you are well within your rights to stay and fight. Now, there are consequences to doing that. And we've talked about some of those in other videos. You may lose your right of redemption if you do not get out of the house within 10 days. But as a practical matter for most people, that right of redemption, which is the ability to buy back the house within 1 year, is kind of an illusion. I mean, you've got a foreclosure on your record. Unless you're anticipating getting in a bunch of money, how will you be able to buy your house back within 1 year? So for most people, that's not really a legitimate thing to consider. And particularly when we're talking about a foreclosure which is just obviously wrong, obviously improper, where there's been fraud, where there's been illegal fees, when the company foreclosed and doesn't even have the right to foreclose. So no matter how nice that agent may be, how sincere they may be, how caring and understanding they may seem, remember, they do not work for you. The foreclosure lawyer does not work for you. You are on your own, so you need to make good decisions. And when somebody is selling you something, whether that's selling you a service or selling you an idea that you need to get out of that house, you need to be very careful and understand where everybody's motivation is coming from. I hope this video has been helpful. I know we're asked this a lot by Alabama consumers that have just gone through a foreclosure, and I want to address this. If you have any further questions and you live in Alabama, feel free to give me a call. My name is John Watts. You can call me at 205-879-2447. Or you can go to my website, alabamaconsumer.com, or my law blog, alabamaconsumerlawblog.com.